Hello everybody, thanks for watching. This is the 29th of July 2019. My name is Dr. John Stewart and I want to talk about a device for bioenergetic resonance, meaning that we want to tap into the functions of the human body, the human mind, the autonomic nervous system, and give a display and a measurement and an indicator. The body will give us that message as to the appropriateness of an acupuncture point, for example, or of the body acceptance of a remedy. So let me start by showing you the BER, Bioenergetic Resonance device. This is it here, and it has a plate for putting samples on for testing and for transmitting, broadcasting, copying onto an external plate that is an accessory. So if I turn the power on here, the power light comes on. You can hear the high-pitched sound, which is the indicator, and at the same time an analog, linear analog display of the state of the human body. And that is, make sure that you start off in the testing mode. We're testing the body. So, and this is a dummy load, which I'll take out. And if we use a proper load, which would be the human body, we have the dynamic active probe, which detects the acupuncture point. This you hold to complete the electrical circuit. This is the hand bar, and these plug in to the red and black outlets on the box, on the BER 220. This is the 220 model. And when I turn the sensitivity up, you'll see, I hope you can see the linear display indicates to the practitioner, and the cable is 8 feet long, so the practitioner may be way up at the head of the patient and the device down below the feet, so we do need that long wire. And this is an extremely sensitive device for measuring electrical conductivity of the human body and autonomic system responses. The linear display is very rapid. It can pick up very brief rapid responses. They're called galvanic skin response, or GSR. But in our application, we're not focusing on doing that. So that's it. Now that's the testing mode. There's another mode, the treat mode, and the treat mode comes in when you press the pedal. It turns off the testing signal and gives us a treating signal. Now, instead of the pedal, there's a shorting switch here that if you don't want to use the pedal, you can turn it to the treat mode or the test mode. So we'll put the pedal to one side. The pedal is convenient because with one foot you can switch over. The practitioner can switch from testing to treating without moving their hand. So we'll pull these out and show you that not only can this bioenergetic resonance device transmit and put out energies that are healing, it also has an antenna output for remote healing. I'll show you in one of the other devices. It has outputs for wrist electrodes. Here, wrist electrodes. These plug into the output, and the output is down the lower stereo jack, the 3.5 mm stereo jack. This one is for the pedal. This is for the output to lights, laser, PEMF, zappers. So let me show you. So it will also put outputs to skin electrodes for the Hulda-Clark zapper protocol, where you can put on any part of the body and have the zapper frequencies. And there is a switch here that switches from zapper mode, which is a high frequency, to a lower alpha mode, around 10 to 12 pulses per second. Now, if I plug a speaker, a little speaker, you can hear the clicking of the alpha mode. I'm in the treat mode. Now, if we put it into the high frequency zapper mode, it's scanning through a range of desirable frequencies for zapping. And there's another one. This is available as an accessory, a little speaker. It can help to convince the client that there's actually energy there, which they might not otherwise feel. Another output uses two handheld electrodes. Again, for GSR work and biofeedback. Biofeedback is very popular, so the client will hold these and will get a biofeedback signal coming in, perhaps into an acupuncture point or through PEMF, magnetic field or light. So this is the basis actually of the famous polygraph lie detector technology from way back in the 1950s, and this measures the autonomic response, which indicates whether a person is lying or not. Another application is the E-meter of Scientology. They use the same technology, only theirs is not as sensitive as mine. The E-meter in Scientology monitors your emotional state as they go through their clearing sessions. I'll move on now to light therapy. Many of the practitioners using this technology, which has now been around for 20 years, are using pulsed light therapy. This particular book is about red light, because red light and infrared tend to be more effective and popular. And when you pulse a signal like light, you want to know what's the pulsation rate. Is it slow or is it fast? So frequency becomes an important consideration that I have in this more advanced model, a frequency meter, because many practitioners want to know to a fraction of a hertz, like 9.5 hertz, 9.6 hertz, 10 hertz. They want to know fairly accurately what the frequency is. So let me plug in some of these light pens. Many of the practitioners are now using these light pens, and one in particular has devoted his whole practice to light, pulsed light treatment with this device. So let's see. So that's a high frequency green. We'll put it on to low. That's the alpha rate. So that would give pulsing green light treatment. Another one will give pulsing blue light treatment. Another will give pulsing red or white. So this is white, broad spectrum white light. So all of these color probes are available. These have LEDs, so they're intense light, not laser. Laser is separate. I do have a range of laser devices giving out, red, green, blue laser light. Again, see, that's a pulsing laser, and the beam does not expand, unlike other LEDs. So this is an intense way of treating for arthritis. or other conditions, or acupuncture, photoacupuncture on the acupuncture points. Don't shine it in your eye, but you can put it on a specific acupuncture points. And I have many others many other colors of laser. There's a green laser light pulsing. So sometimes you have to give a stronger signal. It's often said in the literature that less is more. And yes, that there is a range, a window of therapeutic opportunity at a lower level for general work. But sometimes when you have serious chronic conditions, you've got to get up to a much higher level, both in light and in magnetic pulses, magnetic fields, that we'll turn to now. Just let me finish here on these. So this little unit will pulse very high power light sources. It'll pulse a magnetic light combination. So that's pulsing, but it has a little coil. So this is a combination of magnetic field. Let me demonstrate to you. The light is pulsing, and this is a magnetic detector. It's picking up the magnetic field. So your client can be getting light and a pulse magnetic field simultaneously. And it's quite powerful, actually. Yeah. Other ones, and these could actually be swallowed, say, for stomach conditions. There's a blue one, again with the magnetic pulses combined light and magnetic field. This is quite revolutionary. I don't think you'll find these on the market. Or a light source that pulses for a larger area, like a rash, dermatitis, or other conditions. So that's pulsing red. But one that's very important is the violet light. Oh, yeah. The pulse violet light, 380 nanometers, you'll read in the literature. Actually, in these two books, Life Force by Dr. Swanson and The Source Field by David Wilcock, reporting on the research done with pulsed violet light. And this is violet light, and you'd put it to the organ. It's been reported to be very helpful in treating cancers, particularly breast cancer, prostate cancer, skin cancer. So this is the 380 nanometer violet light. I hope it shows up in the camera as violet, but it is at 380 nanometers. So I have these available. And also have the red and infrared lights. These are for macular degeneration. Let me show you. So this is powerful red light. The other one is ultraviolet light. Now, some cameras pick it up. This camera might. I can't see it with the human eye, but with my mobile phone camera, it is infrared sensitive. I don't have time to go and get it now. Maybe I could. It's quite spectacular. You cannot see it visually, but camera. Okay. All I'm getting is my own face here. Maybe you can find it, the camera, thanks. So the infrared penetrates very deeply, and this is about 850, 900. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. See that the infrared is pulsing at 12 or so per second, the alpha frequency, but you cannot see it with the human eye. So it when you do this in your clinic, showing it, demonstrating it to your client is a strong placebo effect, convinces them that yes, there really is energy going in, although they cannot feel it. So I hope that explains that. Infrared is very therapeutic. Now we'll move on to magnetic fields. This device will put out pulsed magnetic fields. I would recommend, if you're interested, to read this book, PEMF, by Bryant Myers. And there's another much better book, but both are good, Power Tools for Health by Dr. Pollack. Very good books to read, and you'll be convinced of the power and effectiveness of pulsed magnetic fields. Yeah. So pulsed magnetic fields are emitted from a coil, some kind like a Tesla coil. This is like a Tesla coil. And you plug it in, and it's very powerful. Even from this 9-volt battery unit, that's all that's powering. We're getting, look at that, amazing. But now it can go right through my body. That's a high frequency. No, that was the low frequency. Goes right through the human body, or through the brain, through the pelvis. And there's another little one. Okay, there's the alpha. Showing that even this little coil is quite powerful. And another one is the sacred geometry pattern. All of my devices have sacred geometry and miasmic shielding, because when you're dealing with the public, you're picking up, have the potential to pick up a lot of different entities and negative resonant vibrational fragments from other people, infectious. So this is like a plate that protects and can treat locally. It's all by being a Mobius coil. The Chartres labyrinth is a form of Mobius coil. It's actually producing scalar waves as well as magnetic field. So it's not very powerful, but there are scalar waves there too, as well as the magnetic fields. So you would put that over a particular part of the body, and you would be getting the benefits of sacred geometry as well as the magnetic and other fields. Finally, this device will also power a probe. This for putting physical vibration. Yeah. You can hear it. It's quite powerful at that frequency. Put it into a joint for arthritis or so, vibration. So that's all on this basic BER 220 unit. I do have two other. The next unit up is the 420, the BER 420. This is more for homeopathic doctors, practitioners, where the two plates, where they can make copying of one remedy and potentizing at the same time. And for radionic practitioners, who want to broadcast the healing information to a remote client who might be thousands of kilometers away. And it still has the basic BER interface here, same as historically. And then you can copy a remedy and potentize it with a potentizing knob. So these are popular with homeopathic doctors. This is my most advanced BER 820. It has the same linear display, the same BER resonance circuitry, but other exact precise frequency display, so that the practitioner knows exactly what frequency she's giving. And then the antenna for remote broadcasting. That's called radionics. Yeah. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and email me or phone me.